Good morning, YouTube. So today is a Wednesday. It is in my second week of school. So this video is about getting to know me, a little bit about my school, a little bit of what I like to do, what I thought teaching was going to be about. So yeah, keep on watching. I just have one question. Is it awkward for anybody else to record the intro piece? Like, I always struggle recording that. So like or comment below if you also struggle with it. So yeah. I don't know if anybody is like me, but I seriously hate spiders, so I always walk around my room to make sure there's no spiders. Normally if they're in the corner, I'll leave them, but I just make sure there's none running around, you know. So yeah, that's the first thing I do when I get in here. Hey guys, if you are new to my channel, or if you didn't know in general, my name is Tia. I am a second year kindergarten teacher. So a little bit about me. I am from North Carolina. I attended Western Carolina University in Cullowhee. Go Catamounts. I am the third child of four, so I have two older brothers, one younger sister, but I also have some more siblings. So I have another sister and I have another brother. So technically there's 3 brothers before me and then 2 sisters after me. I love sports. I've played volleyball, basketball, I ran track, I played soccer all throughout high school. Now in college, I was on the club volleyball team and I did all the intramural sports. I am 23 years old. I was born in July. What else? My favorite color, everybody's favorite color is teal, but mine happens to be yellow. I love the color yellow, as you can see. What else about me? Why is it so hard? Okay, right now, my classroom theme, I'm obsessed with pineapples, but I don't like to eat them. Weird, right? So yeah, my earrings are even pineapples. Let's start out with teaching. So when I was in kindergarten and first grade, I had a really hard time with getting to like the teachers. And I wasn't a bad student. I just didn't feel connected to my teacher. I remember in first grade, my teacher didn't take the time out to even look at my work. And so one day I kept getting this one answer wrong, and I was like, all right, I know for a fact, I wrote it down correct the first time. And so I remember I sat there for 10 minutes crying because I knew I had it right. So I changed my answer, go give it to her, change it again and go give it to her. And it was 6 plus 5. And the answer is obviously 11. And so I take it back to her. And she was like, yeah, that's right. I said, that's what I showed you the first time. Oh, I'm sorry. And just brushed it off. And so I vowed, if I ever was to become a teacher, I would never treat my students as if I didn't care, that I wasn't thoroughly checking their work or explaining what to do to get the answer. I vowed to do that. And so then, as the years go by, my second grade teacher was amazing. My third grade and my fourth grade teacher was the same person, but they were amazing. My fifth grade teacher, I was moved to a different school, so I think I was trying to get adjusted, and it was an awful year, but I don't blame her because, the school where I was at was predominantly white, and out of the whole school, there was only 5 black kids, African American kids. And it was hard because like I was called the N-word and no one done anything about it. I was called all time, like people were just so mean to me. And in 5th grade, like I come to work from a school where if something happened, things were done. But at this school, I told the teacher and nothing was said. And it's just like, what? Like, this dude called me the N-word. Oh, well, he's a behavior problem. So, like, let's fix this. But, like, that, whatever. So, that's another reason why I became a teacher or wanted to become a teacher. Then, fast forward to high school. I have the most amazing 9th grade math teacher. Like, oh, to this day, like, just so amazing 9th grade year. And she just, like, I loved math, like, loved math. And so, like, it came to me easy. And so, my teacher, I finished an assignment early. And so, you know, like, I guess she was tired of teaching, I don't know. But she was like, Tia, go help him. So I went over to him. And I showed him what to do, and she goes, you are going to be a teacher. And I was like, that whole time, like after that day, I was like, I'm going to be a teacher? And it just clicked for me. Like, I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. I went to one of the top schools in North Carolina for teaching. And so, here I am. I have interned in 5th grade. My first time I've ever been in a classroom was in a 5th grade classroom, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I was like, I would never teach 5th grade, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I could do this. Like, these kids like have it together. So yeah, I was like, okay. At that time, I was only like, I think I was still 18. So, I mean, the kids then are totally different from the kids now, and it's in a different county. And then my second time I was in a classroom, it was in the 2nd grade, and that's when I was doing my internship before student teaching. And so I love that. It was at a charter school. It was a new charter school. And so I done that, and like the teachers alternate. So one of the 2nd grade teachers was better at teaching reading, and the other teachers better at teaching math. So they'd split their class, and so one teacher only teach the reading part, one teacher would only teach the math part, which I thought was kind of cool. But then I was like, it's kind of like in 5th grade when each teacher has their own subject. But when I was in 5th grade, my teacher taught everything. Well, we had groups, but I stayed in her classroom the whole time. So I guess that meant I was the little kid. I don't know. Because I think, like, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but when I was in school, we didn't really have, like, I didn't know I was, like, in the high group or in the low group. Now, some kids knew, but, like, I couldn't tell you who was at high and low. Or maybe I was just oblivious to it. That's bad about who knows. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, when I was in Darnell. Whoopsie. Okay, so then at my semester before student teaching, again, I was in 2nd grade. On to student teaching, I was in 3rd grade. And I was always scared because I was like, this is the first year that students are testing, and you're going to have to teach them to test. Teach them the ways. Teach them everything because they ain't never done this before. And so the school that I was at, it was a very low Title I school. And everybody's like when I say very low, like the county I'm teaching in now, the county that I grew up in is Title I, and what we have doesn't even compare to this Title I school. Like, I'm fortunate that I get a MacBook and an iPad. My students, like the whole school, like, has their own classroom set of iPads. That means I have 18 iPads in my car. Each class has however many iPads they have, and each teacher in elementary school has an iPad and a MacBook. All the other, and I think in middle and high school, I think they all have MacBooks too. They should. I don't know if they're personal iPads, but yeah. 1 second. Sorry, I saw one of my teacher besties, and I thought she was gonna come in here. So yeah, that's when I say about a very low Title I school. But I was in 3rd grade, and I loved it, but it was hard because they were so low. I had kids who couldn't spell sight words. They couldn't spell was. That couldn't spell anything. Couldn't even spell his name. And like in 3rd grade. And it was just a very low bunch. And so, but I loved my CT. She was amazing. So this, after I graduated, I was like, all right, I want 2nd and 3rd grade and see how my county does interviews. A teacher candidate applies to our website, and every principal in the elementary school, plus our elementary director or curriculum instructor or something like that, sat beside me, and then I had 11 principals asking me questions. I'll sit there, I'll answer, and I was like, I just felt so overwhelmed, and I emailed all of them afterwards, and I was like, if this wasn't my best interview, I'm so sorry. Here's my resume, here's da-da-da-da. And so then finally, I had a feeling between 2 principals, because they were the ones that were really engaged. And it was one, the principal that I'm working for now, and another principal that I possibly could have been working for. And so them two basically were fighting back and forth who was going to get me. And so he knew I wanted 2nd and 3rd grade. And so they put me on the spot, because at the end of the interview, basically, one of them said, what grade do you truly want? And as a teacher candidate, you're like, oh, I'll take whatever grade you give me. And they're like, no, for real. And I'm like, all right, I want 2nd and 3rd grade, just because I interned in 2nd and interned in 3rd. And so when my principal contacted me, he's like, it's looking like kindergarten. It was looking like kindergarten for right now. And I was like, okay. And so because they're year-round school, I literally had 1 week to get my classroom together. Guys, y'all should have seen it last year. I might post some pictures, but it was bare. Like, it ain't nothing compared to this year. So that's how I got to kindergarten. Like, last year it was rough. This is my 2nd year, and last year was really rough. This year, I feel like I finally know what I'm doing. So it has been a journey. If this is your first year teaching and you're in kindergarten, please just expect the unexpected. Don't have, I know this is sad, but don't have any high expectations of these kids, because some of these kids might have went to pre-K, but they still didn't attain anything. And I love these babies. I wouldn't train them for anything, but these first couple of weeks are going to be hard. You are going to be tired, and you might even cry. And I just want to say, you got this, but be firm with the kids, because they might have got away with a lot of things in pre-K. But just let them know that you love them and that you will always be there for them, but they gotta follow your expectations and your rules. Oh, I forgot to mention about the school I worked in. I talked about the principal a little bit, talked about how I got my job. So I'm at a predominantly African-American school in North Carolina, and we're Title I, and I love it. And when everybody always asks, like, oh, I see that you're in the school system, are you the teacher assistant? And I'm like, no, I'm the lead teacher. I'm the teacher in the classroom. I'm the one that teaches the kids. And everybody's like, that's so amazing. And it's like, a lot of African-American kids has never seen, in this county, has never seen an African-American teacher, lead teacher, I found. And so it's it's important for me to be here to show them that they can be a teacher and that they can do it, and that there's someone that looks just like them in the school system, in a classroom, at their school. And so I connected with the older kids a lot just because I know what they've been through. I know what it's like to have a teacher that doesn't care about them because, I hate to say it, because you're a different color, you're a different race than them. And it was hard growing up being an African American smart child at that. So it's just, I'm thankful to be at this school because I know these kids need to see me in this school. I know I bring content in a different aspect of what they're not used to. So yeah, this is where I'm at, and I love it. Plus it's year round. You get paid 12 months out of the year, y'all. What more can you, what more? If you're not at a year-round school, I suggest you look in it. You get looking. I suggest you look into it. God. But that's basically everything I have for you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I know it's a lot of talking, and I really hate videos where all the person is doing talking, but I just wanted to give you a background about me and get to know me better. Also, let me know what else you want to see in my classroom, because I have a ton of things planned, and I just want to give y'all content that you really, really like, instead of getting some boring content. So just let me know what you like. Comment below, like this video, subscribe, hit that bell button. You know what to do. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.